Hello, comrades. It's Premier River, and I like to see all this smoke and pollution being plowed out into the environment. Means we're making some money, right? In any event, I am just sort of kidding. Anybody, don't get oversensitive on me there. This is a game. In any event, yeah, we probably should put some smoke scrubbers on there, but they don't have those in the game. Let's get our HUD back up so we can see our mouse. And if you followed the last episode, you will know that we designed a few more clothing things to try to up our money coming in, because we do have, let's go over here. Can I reach? Yeah. So we're full of crops over here. So rather than worrying about, any more alcohol or any more food factory, stuff, we will start worrying about more clothing, which is a better import. Now, one of the things I realized that I forgot last episode, we were looking at our economy for a minute here, and let's just take a look at, not that, last month. If you look, we actually imported a good amount of food, so I don't know that it's a matter of people, or if it's a matter of just not having enough people, or is this number too low, right? There's two numbers here that it could be too low. Now, again, we're better off actually probably making clothing, selling it, and then importing food, but at the same time, I want to be self-sufficient. So what I'd like to do in any event is let's take this number up to, say, 50, so that it's not the limiting factor. And then the other limiting factor could be this, right? Maybe we'll take these each to about 50%. So we've got a few more people that want to go to the distillery, and then we'll go from there. So, yes. So now, what do we want to do? I think we want to talk about how we're going to get people up here. And I did play forward enough time that we now have this power line that runs all the way over to here, ties into here, and this is all complete. It comes down here, and so we should be to a point where we're not losing power constantly on this thing, right? Yeah, see, we got good power coming over to here. We're not, we shouldn't be losing it when it comes to, like, this building here, right, where before we were. So that should actually increase our exports a little bit. I don't know how much that actually disrupts things, but it was it was pretty often we were losing power for the lack of proper lineage. All right, so in any event, what I would like to do, now that we have our proper power, is actually increase our capacity to make some clothing. So here's a fabric factory, two clothing factories, all tied together nicely with roads. However, I would really like to get somehow, some way up here, get a drop-off so that we can have people come by tram and or trolley or something. Now, my thought is, do we try to make this a loop and then have like two trolley stops, one over here, one over here? And I think I would really like to. I don't know if that's, again, the smartest thing ever, but, we don't always have to do the smartest thing ever, do we? And another thing I think I want to do, I don't know, how much power do these things use? This is only using 0.24. We only have a fraction of the people there, too, though. Let's see, what do we have here as far as... Yeah, actually, you know what? We can increase the number of workers just coming into this. Now that I'm looking at it, we only have 40. All right, our fabric factory. Yeah, I mean, I think we could just up these numbers before we even build much more. But in order to do that, I think what I would like to do is maybe get the tram system going, right? And then this just becomes a nice plan for the future. Yeah, you know what? I really I like that idea. See that? We're sort of maxed out here, which is great. I mean, if you look, we're, the balance is wonderful. Like, we're not getting too many clothes, and, it's really working out quite well. But, yeah, I'm thinking we just, let's just max these out and see what happens. Now, the only other thing I'm afraid of is that if we're not maxing out, right, so that one's maxed. We'll do this one. All right, so that should increase our clothing. Now, that's going to cut down on the number of people we have for over here, but, I'm kind of okay with that for the moment. All right, so let's come in here with the bulldozer. And I want to get rid of that, and that, and this, and this. I think I want to get rid of that as well for the moment, right? And then let's go over to the wire tool. And even though this is going to be a bit painful for a minute, yeah, I want to get rid of this line. Right, so that when we build it back up again, so that just cut off all of our wonderful money making. Let's go over, let's get this done relatively quickly. All right, so if we did a small train platform, yeah, does it need to be, well, I want to definitely keep it pretty close. Yeah, I don't think it matters too much. Yeah, let's do this. All right, I think that will work. I'm going to come a little bit closer in. All right, so then we'd have that, and then we would have... Will you go by there? No, this is going to be one of those dumb situations where I can go one way, but I can't go the other. Watch this. We're going to... Anyway, I'm going to pause because it's going to get too... I'm going to get too frantic and frustrated, right? Oops. So we get rid of this, and then we should be able to put the railroad through here, I bet. You know what? I want to go that. And then I should be able to come here. Well, no, sometimes you can. Nope. We really don't need that bus stop in the future, but we really could use it now so that we don't cut off all our money. And speaking of which, let's do the loan thing. I did stop the game for the sake of... Alright, so we're going to come in here and... Come on, get to the right amount. Doesn't matter that much, but I like round numbers, because then I can keep track of more easily how much I borrowed. Alright, so what do we got? 1, 5, 1, 4, 2... Oops. 9, 5. Oops, I messed up. 1, 5, 1, 4. Yep, and then we'll have to pay the rest back. That's fine. All right, so now, yeah, we can't get the darn road past here, but I really want this to be working, right? Yeah, maybe we can... Let's get rid of this. Well, the other thing is... Oh, I know what we can do. Yeah, no, let's do this. Yeah, let's do it, right? Because this is going to be gone in the future anyway. Right, so we could do like this. And then... Yeah, where are we going to put the one over here? I mean, really, you know, yeah, we're getting kind of far from, certainly far from the food. And I'm thinking we get rid of this bus stop. Right? And then we're going to get rid of, yeah, let's play. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of the road, the footpath, and this road. I'm lucky I didn't destroy that. Let's let that disappear. All right, we're going to pause it again, and then we're going to come in here, and we're going to say, okay, we're going to train platform. Yeah, like right here. I don't want it to be, no, I don't want you to attach it. All right, so if we had, I'm trying to stay a little bit further away from that road there, and yet still be straight enough that we can get past here. Though this can, that can be gone, right? So now can we get this? You know what's going to be the problem here? Is there's a road node someplace. See, if we come up to here and do this, see that? That's the problem. That's pretty annoying too, and I don't know of any way that you can reset that. See? It's like one way or the other. I can't. That's annoying. Alright, so we're just going to have to... I mean, there's nothing you can do in the game besides, like, just destroy it. And then we're just going to come in here. Oh, what happened there? Oh. Where are you? Is it? So that's probably why it was... It's probably a turn in the road is probably why it had originally put that in there. So let's just come up here and do this. And we're going to purchase this. All right, hopefully, we probably should have went and done this first. All right, so now we should be able, yeah, see that? We can get right past there. Right, we need to get turned, which is kind of okay with me, right? Yeah, can you... I knew you weren't going to like that, but let's... Now this, however, this is going to scream out for a bridge or something. Yeah, do we need to get rid of you, little... Well, I'll tell you what, this poor wire, I think that wire's been replaced. Oh, you know what? I don't know that we even need that wire anymore. Yeah, you know what? I don't even know if we need that. Let's leave it detached for the moment. Let's get rid of that. Right, and then this guy needs to get out of here. Would we bring him straight, or would we bring him... Right, I'm thinking we kind of turn him away. Yeah, no, we're going to turn him away relatively quickly. Though I could see a day when we would have another clothing thing here, right? So let's just picture another clothing thing right there. So we'd want to come out like, say, this far, and then we can start our turn. A little bit extra far that way because it doesn't matter too much. All right, and then we'll head back to the city. And then... Yeah, we got a lot of upset buses, don't we? And then we're going to get rid of... Ooh. Yeah, let's get rid of that, right? Yeah, so now what do we want to do as far as our train stop in here goes? And then... You know, we probably, are we done or are we happy? Or even if we're not happy, happiness is a bit overrated in life, to be quite honest with you. Alright, so we're going to come in here. Will you go there? No. Let's get rid of all of it. Well, we'll get rid of all of it, otherwise it'll end up 2 projects. Alright, so why don't we come out of here? Can you not? No? Okay. How about... Come there. Yeah, okay. This, I'd really like to keep that on the other side of the tracks, right? Can we... Just do like a... Yeah, see, I don't think it's going to like that too much. No, it's too close. You know, we're just... No. Yeah, so let's get rid of the railway crossing. Right, at least to there. And then can we get the road in? And then can we put the... Now the other question is, can we do this? No. Do we really need to do that? No. It's going to just be a single loop. We're going to drop people off probably here first, right? It doesn't matter, whichever way we go. Then, so how are we going to get as many people onto here as we can? All right, I really am hesitant to build more over this way for the pollution. So I'm thinking that if we could pick people up. Now I know when we get to further distance, let's just take a look at our distance measuring. Yeah, you know what, we could, if we had to stop just right behind this building, we could get a massive number of these people, especially with the idea that we're going to have. Yeah, so let's plan out. I don't really like the way that footpath is there. Let's get another one of these buildings going, or at least designed, right? Maybe two of them. Right, so let's see. What residential, and then it's this one, right? Yeah. Right, so this would be, like, say here. Yeah, I don't like the way that footpath is, but yeah, let's I guess that's okay. Trying to keep it pointing right at the center. Right, and then we'll do another one here. Again, kind of pointing at the center. Seems like the center's right. One of the reasons for doing this is that at a certain point here, we're going to start tucking our way back in. So I'd like to see, yeah, let's see if we can get some roads built. All right, and then we'll delete that. And then we're going to get our footpath. I need to get time going again. Why don't I have time going? Yeah, let's get rid of this. Just because it's... Yeah, we'll go to like here. 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 There, right? Yeah, so we could just leave that like one big long project, I think, and then we'll hook those up, obviously, at some point here, assuming that we don't mess it up with our bus stop, or train stop, which is absolutely likely. So we're going to put a big train platform, all right, which is going to mess up our little... Yeah, so let's see, can we get it? Yeah. Right, and of course that messes up our little footpath action in a way, but that's okay. What we can do, you know what? No, maybe it didn't hurt it too badly, right? We could do. Okay, so this one, we're gonna do like this. All right, this one I'm gonna just attach like there, but then these I'm thinking. Maybe we do something like this. No. Yeah, we were kind of attaching. That's all right. Like I'm trying to make it look a little decent. Like this is not, you know, perfect in a sense. Like I'd almost like to do it, but then I wasn't really picturing, do we have the footpath in the middle? Now I'd say we have the footpaths on like the back side here. Like it's same thing here. That should be, you know, more like this, I think. Right, and then this doesn't line up exactly where I'd want it either. All right, let's get rid of that. Alright, and we'll do like that to like the middle there, and then we'll do like that to like the middle there, and then yeah, see, let's do yeah, I kind of like the way that looks. I really would like to do something like that over here, and then this, oops, no, this could come in there like that, right? And then this one, It's sort of fine. And then we'd have one here that did like the same thing. Yeah, let's get rid of this bit. Right, because we already have that sort of, right, and this could come up here, and then it would sort of match that, and then this could go to like there. Yeah, you know, that's sort of okay. Yeah, I like that. So that'll get them to there. And then the other thing we really probably want is a road. All right, before we go too far. Yeah, I don't want the road coming off there. We'll have the road come this way. All right, and I think fire trucks could get there the other way, but I like to have, I don't know. To me, it seems like most buildings should have roads. I know you don't need it in the game, but like even this school should probably really have a road. But all right, in any event, I'm not going to debate the roads, right? So here what I would like to do is, let's see, can we bring this guy straight along here, and I'm going to run it long. Run it from here past the school. Yeah, so we're going to get rid of carefully. All right. Get rid of this. All right, so that'll be like the returning line. And then what I want it to do is kind of like loop-de-loo around here. All right, so we'll come out straight a little bit. Hopefully we can make it nice. Now, let's... All right, we're going to have it come like that. Can we just have you attached? No, of course not. All right, so the trains will come in here, they'll loop around, and then, yeah, over to there. So we're going to just follow this track a little tiny bit. We're going to split off and across this road. And, you know, do we just go like this? I don't see why not. I'm just trying to think, would we ever put anything here? I don't really like the way that lined up, but we can. All right, let's take that back to there. That looks a little better. Not that it matters too much. All right, so there we go. So let's zoom out, and you can see. So we'll have a loop here. We'll have the trains feed into here. Again, I don't think it matters too much which direction we go. And then let's come back to here. And my thought of the day was, why don't we do this? We go right to that already intersection, and then right. And this could get deleted eventually, and then you know what? Having the fire station be able to get out both ways certainly would have its appeal, right? All right, so now let's go do bigger power lines here would be the thing, right? So we've cut this off, and I don't think we even need it, to be honest. All right, so let's see. Can we get... Yeah, we can get right down to there. All right. So what do you guys think? That's, I'm not sure that I like this road right here. I think I want to make that. Straight like that, right? Yeah, and then so we've swung it a little extra wide, but picture having maybe even one more clothing thing up here in the future as a possibility. And right now, all of this is really going to be geared towards just getting more people up here. Now, the other thing we just did was we cut off a lot of stuff. So I'm going to pay the price All right, so let's go ahead before we start time and just commit to everything that we've done so far anyhow. All right, power lines. And then let's prioritize what we need to work on sort of ASAP, right? So I think we need to get this road done. We need to get that done. Yeah, that's the two things. Yeah, let's get this road done. Yeah, so we'll build this road, and then we need to get this road done. Because as soon as we get these roads done, we can send the buses back to where they need to go. Same thing with, I think everybody else should be okay. I don't know why he's got a question mark. Oh, because we need to do this. Good. All right, so we need to get, yeah, the food guy can come off of this way, right? So let's get that worked on. All right, let's start up time and see what pains we've caused. Do we want to set? Yeah, let's get all of our buses, and we're just going to park them for a minute. We're going to see how this goes, right? Now you truck, yeah, we could park you. All right. Yeah, so let's go to here. Go to here. Go to here. You're already going to there. What are you doing? Go to here. Where's that little orange bus? Yeah, there he is. Over here. Did I put all them in the... No, I hope I put them in the right place. I love to confuse those two. All right, so there we go. So now what we need to talk about is getting that actually built, which is kind of exciting in a way. Let's come down here. And we're sort of running out of time in the episode, but that's okay. What I would like to do is start thinking. So this was going to be a depot. So what I'm thinking of is down here we have a rail construction office. Right, and I think if we were to put it over here, it could be out of the way and yet close enough to these things. Yeah, could we even get it to where... I'd want to use another separate thing, but... Yeah, you know what, I think I'm not going to worry about it. What I'm wondering is, could I get it close enough that I wouldn't have to have trucks? But I think I'm just not going to worry about that much. So let's come back over here and do... Construction related, rail construction office. We'll have our own rail construction office. Yeah, is that way? Yeah, I think maybe this way, right? We'll put it far enough. Yeah, you know what, maybe up here. Since we're going to be doing... Yeah, we don't really need to connect it quite this much. All right, let's just see if that's far enough away to do what I want to do with this. All right, so what I want to be able to do is get to these rails every which way. All right, so instead of just going out like you would normally and connect, I'm going to connect like this. All right. And then I'm going to connect like that, even though this is a little bit too sharp. Right, does that make sense? That even this wouldn't hurt. Not too sharp a turn. All right, so now the trains can actually go like whichever which way they want. I don't know that we even need this or if that just causes more problems than good. And then what we can do is if I did this right, we can go like this. Come on. And like that. See that? So now, you know, the only thing that we're not going to be able to work on is this one little stretch right here, right? And then we could always like attach it again, but you know, it's sort of, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know that we need to work on that stretch that way anyhow. So now what we want to do is we need to get these guys from here. Yeah, this is kind of a problem too, because I'd like a big, nice sweeping turn here to go into there. Yeah. Right, like I think... Yeah, did I put that in the wrong spot, kind of, sort of? All right, so make sure there's plenty of room to get like a train in here with signaling. And this needs to go... Yeah, let's come off a little bit, right? I'm thinking we might be moving that rail construction office, but let's get this. All right, so that's going to at least get us up to here to work on this, and then, you know, the fact that we're going to go right through Lykov's house there, but the fact that we're, you know, close means we can even talk about like a cargo station here eventually to pick up clothing. And that should allow us to go into here quite nicely. All right, so there we go. So we'll have nice train tracks there. And then, yeah, you know what? I'm really just not liking this at all. Let's get rid of it. Oop. Broke that into like 20 seconds. little bits. All right, let's just get rid of all that. There we go. Yeah, so now let's take this and put it back. All right, then we're going to get rid of this. And then we're going to try again. And that'll be the last thing for this episode. And then what I'm thinking, yeah, what that's making me, the reason for like moving it all together is I want to make sure that we can get, yeah, so you know what, the other thing I think we want to do, and this is, let's get this sort of designed, right? Nice long sweeping turns. So there's no doubt you can get at least a train in there. And that one needs to go to the other one. Right, so when it comes to this, you know, like we wouldn't be able to work on this one unless we had a way to get back onto that track. But I'm thinking that maybe we put that one down here now, right? So that we'll, let's go like this time. So this time we're going to do this a little bit different. We're going to come from there. No, you know what? Let's turn that red. I actually want to come from here to here. Right, and then we'll start our turnaround here for the one side, and then this side we're going to do, yeah, from here to here, and then is that going to run into this? Of course, we can go around it. Look at that. Right, so now as we come in this way, we don't want to get too close to those power lines. Right, we could probably come like here. A little bit further. Will you make that turn? Yeah, eventually you will, I think. Yeah, there you were. Right. And so then if we do construction office, wrong one. Right. So if we did it, yeah, I think this way. right? When we come back in the next episode, we'll finish designing that up, and we need to stay ahead of this construction here, right? So let's see how these guys are doing before we leave. All right, so that's not built yet. That's not built yet. That's can't be built. All right, this is built, so we can get building on this one. Though it's not my most important thing to do. And really this, you know what? Yeah, this could be built. Oh, we already got that selected. Yeah, I just need to get in here and get these roads done. I don't think there's too much we can do until we just get... Oh, this needs to be attached somehow, doesn't it? Hopefully that'll... Okay, yeah, let's let that finish. Just so why break up the construction? All right, and then we'll get that attached. We'll get that built. We'll turn around. We'll start getting this built. How are we doing on our bridge? We are just working on it. Just a lot of hours of gravel. How are we doing with our bricks? Well, we could still use more bricks down here. Oh, we can't put more because we're full up on boards and prefab panels. All right, well, I'll think about getting a truck down here to get some of those prefab panels and boards out of here. All right, guys. Well, I hope you've enjoyed the episode. We're making a little progress, getting some more things designed, and we'll get a tram system in here, and build the rails over this way, which won't hurt, and start getting this guy to where we're making even more stuff, which we might be doing, right? I don't know how many people. None, that's right. All right, well, let's get to work on this ASAP before we run out of money. All right, guys, I will talk to you in the next episode. Take care of yourselves and have a good day. Bye-bye.